Hello. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to share with you some 8 basic principles that really has transformed me in how I think and how I have been successful. And not to say that I am a superhero at all. I don't even see myself as a great person. I see myself just like you, going through the ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. And, I have a sense of humor that people sort of don't know exactly should they laugh or should they not, especially, adults, they don't know what to do. Do they shake my hand? I'm just a hugging machine. I hug everyone. And the scary thing about hugging so many people is that someone can just pick me up and take me home. So, I sometimes freak kids out. Some kids come up and say, "What happened?" And I say, "Cigarettes." So I have many times where I have, used humor to break the ice or just have fun and make sure I don't go too far. But the first point I want to make out of the 8 is I am thankful. How can I get anywhere unless I know where I am? How can I do anything unless I know what I have first to do something with? My parents always said, stop being angry for what you don't have. Be thankful for what you do have. Well, the first point is attitude of gratitude. That's number 1. Point number 2 is you don't know what you can achieve until you try it. Point number 3, when I fail, try again. I was playing football one day, the real football, soccer, right? And my friend is kicking the ball to me from way back. And he says, "Are you ready?" And I said, "Yes." And I was quite nervous. My knees were shaking. And he gets ready and he goes, boom. This ball's coming right for me. And I'm like, ah! So I jump up in the air in slow motion. And while I was in the air, I did a karate kick, and I went, whoo, whoo, like that. And the ball came, hit my foot, bent it backwards, and I heard a and my foot all of a sudden went, oh. I was in bed, man, for 3 weeks. And a 13-year-old thinks 3 weeks is like 3 years. First time I felt disabled. You know what I realized? I need to be thankful for what I have. I am thankful that I was made with a foot. People believe in luck, chance, or coincidence. I don't believe that at all. There are things in life where things get you so unexpectedly. Circumstances, and I'm not immune to that at all. I talk about how I went through a breakdown, a burnout about 2.5 years ago. Between years 2007 and 2010, I spoke 1,000 times, 600 flights. They say I run so fast I leave my legs behind. And I had some plans to create some businesses, so then with that profit of that business, then I can give towards my nonprofit organization ministry. And I wanted to really give more to the world, but I couldn't keep on speaking at the pace I was. So I thought, okay, if I keep up that pace and start a couple businesses, then I don't have to keep asking people for money, because we don't know where the bills are going to get paid in 8 weeks. For those of you who have a nonprofit, it's exactly nonprofit. There is no profit in that. And so we know that, we need more support to help the world, because the world needs a lot of help. Well, when my businesses failed, it was 12 weeks into my relationship with my wife. And when I told her that I was broke and I lost all my money, I had a cash flow crisis, a $210,000 cash flow little hole there. And it just took me down. For-profit motivational company, attitude is altitude. I had no money left, and I had to give up a lot of stuff that I thought was going to work out. And I'm thinking, man, what am I going to do? Did I really make really bad choices, or was it just bad luck, or where did I go wrong, and what can I learn from it? In the end, I told my wife, I'm broke. I was very, very, I was going through a dark time. So I want you to first know that I'm just like you. Again, ups and downs, right? But you get through it. You know that the strength that I have today is only because of yesterday's pain. Does that make sense? If I didn't have the challenges that I had, then I wouldn't have had the courage to keep on going, and that courage gave me strength, which gave me strength to go through those valleys that prepare me for the valleys ahead. Life is not about going from a valley to a mountain. Life is all about going through valleys and mountains and valleys and mountains. About good days and bad days, learning about yourself, learning about life, trying to communicate love to everyone around you as best as you can, trying to find purpose, trying to find the truth of the meaning of life. And when I told her I had no money, she didn't flinch at all. She said, "It's okay. I'll get a nursing job and support the both of us." That's when I knew, and I saw that reciprocated love, how much she's committed to me, that it's not on anything. I knew that, all right, she loves me the way that I am, but man, I was thinking, geez, this is not a good time to be depressed. 12 weeks into our relationship, she said, "It's all good. I'm not going anywhere." And that's when I knew she was going to be my wife. And 12 months into our dating, I proposed to her. And I said, "Baby, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?" And for 2 minutes, she cried, and I said, "So?" And she said, "Yes, yes, yes." And it was the best day of our life. I want to communicate today the truth of 3 things. I want you to understand that these are the most important things you need to find. The truth of your value is the first thing. That was so hard for me. I'm thinking as a kid, man, everybody else has arms and legs. Everyone else can run. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know what my parents said? "It's okay." And I'm thinking, it's not okay. I was the first disabled child to go into the mainstream school system of Australia in 1990. And the truth of my value was watered down by all the lies. You know those people that you have in your life that no matter how bad of a day you're having, that you know when you see them coming up to you and walking towards you, you're thinking, "Oh no, my day is just about to get worse." And no matter how bad of a day you have, they're going to make your day worse, right? On average, everybody has about 3 of those people somewhere, somehow, in our sphere of influence. But they are not your greatest discouragers. You are your greatest discourager. It only takes 3 seconds for someone to plant a seed of lies in you, and you keep on remembering it and rehearsing it and repeating it, and then the more you hear it, the more you believe it. I was looking for arms and legs. I was looking for affirmation, and my mom and dad continued to plant those seeds of love in me. And that's the planting of seeds I want to do in my son's life. I want to spend time with him. I'm going to play video games with him. And yeah, when he becomes a teenager, maybe daddy's not going to be cool enough for him to hang out with anymore. I understand that happens in a lot of relationships. But he will know that I will keep on trying to connect with him, trying to talk with him, not just about homework, not just about career, and not just spending time with him when he's done something bad to give him a lecture. I know that my son will know how much his daddy loves him, because that's what my dad did for me. And so as you have encouragement, it takes you closer to your full potential. Let that book for me represent my full potential. Encouragement brings you closer. Discouragement takes you away. And as I got teased at school, the tree of lies grew fruit of lies. Nick, you're not good enough. Nick, you're a burden to your parents. Nick, you can't do anything. Nick, you're not going to get a job. Nick, just give up. No one's going to marry you. You can't even hold your wife's hand if you get married. You can't even hold your kids when they're crying. What kind of a father is that? You're alone and you'll always be alone. Does anyone know the greatest emotion as far as influence? The greatest influence of emotions, above all emotions, is fear. F-E-A-R. False evidence appearing real. You've heard that one before, right? Faith, F-A-I-T-H. Full assurance in the heart. Faith is believing something that you do not see, certain of things hoped for. I wanted to believe that there was a hope, but I couldn't see a hope. I didn't have any faith because I couldn't even give myself any value because I just listened to everyone else's opinion. For me, when I was 10, nothing looked hopeful. And I tried to commit suicide at age 10 in 15 centimeters of water. I was teased all day at school, and I felt like there was going to be no hope. And the third time I rolled over in the bathtub, I was stopped by one thought. And it was the thought of seeing my mom and my dad crying at my grave, wishing that they could have done something more. And I didn't want to leave them with that pain, so I decided to stay. If my parents didn't tell me two things, that I'm beautiful the way that I am, and that they love me, I wouldn't be here today. Love, love, love saves and produces faith. Faith is trying to reach a potential you cannot see. Be thankful for your family. Be thankful for your dear ones first, because money can't buy that. Take one day at a time. Keep trying. You don't know what you can achieve until you try. And then Thomas Edison, he invented the light bulb. You know what happened? He tried 10,000 times. You know what that means? He was successful once and failed 9,999 times. You know what he said? I never failed 9,999 times. Now I know 9,999 ways in how not to make a light bulb. That's point number 4. Failure equals education. Some failure is more expensive. But if I try 100 times to get back up and I can't get up, it's too hard. If I fail, am I a failure? No. Do you know how many people from ages 40 to 60 are still remembering what their fathers told them that were negative, and they're disabled emotionally and mentally from the things their father told them when they were only 10 years old? Words are powerful. I don't want to tear down someone with words. I want to build people up. I want to encourage people to be all that they can be. So I want to tell you today, if you told me that I am not a failure, even though I failed 100 times, then why do you ever give 1 second to the idea that you're a failure? You are not a failure. I don't care how you look. I don't care what you can do or cannot do. I don't care how many friends you have or not have. You are here for a reason. Do not give up, because you don't know what's around the corner. I'm not promising a better day, but I'm giving you hope even within your circumstance. You can overcome. Here's point number 5. Obstacles equals opportunity. Obstacles equals opportunity. If I have an obstacle in marketing, it's an opportunity to learn about marketing. It's funny, right? All these people that I see in life, they're walking along, and bang, they run into an obstacle, and they're like, I can't do this. And 6 months later, they don't know how, but they just get through it. Think of the last 6 months. Think of the last 12 months. You had an obstacle and you were crying, I can't do it, I can't do it. Are you here? Yeah. Did you get through it? Yeah. Then you hit another obstacle. I can't do this. Set small goals, and as you set small goals, your confidence builds. And as you get through past obstacles, remind yourself of who you are and what you've been through, and give yourself a little bit more credit and a little bit more grace. For me, I had many obstacles. I changed it into opportunities. Point number 6, right? That's where we are, point number 6. Dream big. Point number 7, never, ever, ever give up. This is in life. And point number 8, faith. So the ABC of the most essential things in life: the truth of your value, the truth of your purpose, the truth of your destiny. You will not reach your full potential until you seek it. You will not seek it until you believe it's there. Faith. 7 years ago, I met a little boy with no arms, no legs. And I met him at a speaking engagement, put him up here, 19-month-old Daniel, no arms, no legs, little foot just like me. Couldn't give him a high five, so I gave him a low 2. My mom hugged his mom, my dad hugged his dad. They were crying. Daniel was smiling. He loved it. He loved seeing me. And I told his mom when he's 6 years old, I'll go to his school in case he's getting teased at school. I went to his school last year, talked about bullying, and now he's the coolest kid on the block. Nick, if you had a choice to have arms and legs or not, what would you choose? Just the way I am. Just the way I am. Arms and legs will come to me up there in heaven. And when I see this boy running to me with his new arms and his new legs, and I hug him with my new arms, when you have the perspective of billions and billions of years in eternity, believing that that's real. For me, what's 90 years? Without arms and legs, hey, at least I don't get arthritis like you're going to get arthritis. Be thankful. You don't know what you can achieve until you try it. When you fail, try again. Failure equals education. Change your obstacles into opportunities. Dream big, never give up, and have faith. That is how my life from a life without limbs into a life without limits has transformed. And if it wasn't for my faith in God, I totally respect everyone as a human being with the freedom of choice in which religion you believe in. That's fine. I'm not forcing anyone to follow my religion. And I don't even want anyone to applaud after me, because if you have the same religion, you're going to applaud. But I do not want to divide anyone in that way. But yes, I am a Christian, and I do believe in God, and I do believe in heaven. And one of the greatest things that I've realized in life is that when I don't get a miracle, I can still be a miracle for someone else. Thank you all very, very much for your love. Thank you.